I request all to remain standing for the national anthem, followed by the Tamil anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
வாழ்வினில் செம்மையை செய்பவள் நீயே மாண்புகள் நீயே என் தமிழ் தாயே வீழ்வாறு வீழாது காப்பவள் நீயே வீரனின் வீரமும் வெற்றியும் நீயே தாண்டிடு நிலையினில் உனை விடுப்பேனோ தமிழ் என் நாளும் தலை குனிவேனோ சூழ்ந்தின்பம் நல்கிடும் பைந்தமிழன்னாய் தோன்றுடல் நீ உயிர் நான் மறப்பேனோ செந்தமிழே உயிரே நருந்தேனே செயலினை மூச்சினை உனக்களித்தேனே நைந்தாயனில் நைந்து போகுமென் வாழ்வு நன்னிலை உனக்கெனில் எனக்கும் தானே முந்திய நாளினில் அறிவுமில்லாது மொய்த்தனன் மனிதராம் புதுப்புனல் மீது செந்தாமரை காடு பூத்தது போல செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி.
Thank you. You may please be seated now. We will now have the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. I request our chief guest, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, to make an auspicious beginning to today's program by lighting the lamp. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please join him. I request all the dignitaries to please join him as we invoke the divine, invite blessings to grant us peace and clarity. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I now request our director, Professor V.S. Negi, to honor our chief guest with a traditional shawl and a memento as an expression of our gratitude to him for gracing our campus with his presence. I request Dr. Negi to felicitate our Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Sri K. Kailashnathanji. I request Sir to honor our Chief Minister, Thiru N. Rangasamy Avargal, as a mark of our respect. Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha. I request our Dean to please honor Thiru P. Vaidyanathan Avargal, Honorable Member of the Parliament, Lok Sabha. I request our MS to please honor Dr. Sharad Chauhan, IAS, Honorable Chief Secretary, Government of Puducherry. I request our Dean to please felicitate Thiru V. Arumugam Avargal, MLA, Indiranagar constituency. Thank you, sir. I now invite Professor V.S. Negi, Director JIPMA, to formally welcome our guests to this program.
Respected Sri Jagdeep Dhankarji, the Honorable Vice President of our great nation Bharat, and the Chief Guest for today's function, respected Sri K. Kailashnathanji, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, respected Chief Minister of Puducherry, Thiru N. Rangasamy, Thiru R. Selvam, Honorable Speaker of Puducherry Legislative Assembly, Thiru Selva Ganapati, Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, Thiru V. Vaidyanathan, Honorable Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, Thiru Arumugam, the Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Dr. Sharad Chauhan, Chief Secretary of Puducherry, other functionaries of the state government, faculty members, staff, students, friends from the press and dear ladies and gentlemen. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you. We are honored and privileged to welcome Sri Jagdeep Dhankarji, our Honorable Vice President of India, on this auspicious occasion of his visit to Jipmer. The Vice President has always expressed a keen interest in protecting the environment and has often reminded us that the environmental sustainability is not a choice, but it's an obligation. Sir, we are truly blessed to have you as the chief guest for today's function to speak on this burning topic, and it is indeed a proud and memorable moment for all of us. I take it as an honor to welcome Shri K. Kailasnathan, Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, and Thiru N. Rangasamy, Honorable Chief Minister of Puducherry. Dear sirs, your presence has great value to this occasion. I take it as my privilege to welcome other dignitaries on the dais, Thiru R. Selvam, Thiru S. Selvaganpati, Thiru V. Rattalingam, Thiru V. Arumugam, and Dr. Saraj Chauhan, also to today's function. Honorable Sir, I take this opportunity to briefly introduce my institute, JIPMAR, the Jawaharlal Institute of Postgraduate Medical Education Research, which has a very rich historical legacy. In the year 1823, the French government started a French medical school in Puducherry, which was named as Jawaharlal Institute of Postgraduate Medical Education Research in 1964. The institute became autonomous in 2008 and designated as an institute of national importance under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, with the mandate to provide tertiary level healthcare services, develop and implement new courses and curricula in the field of medicine, and conduct translation research in the areas of health and medical education. Sir, I am happy to share that the institute, spread over 192 acres, is one among the best healthcare facilities of the Government of India. From whole of South India and Eastern India, patients come here for treatment. There are 2,200 hospital beds providing highly specialized patient care services like advanced laparoscopic and robotic surgeries, organ and bone marrow transplants. We are in the process of establishing a multi-organ transplant center and a dedicated trauma and rehabilitation hospital awaiting allotment of land from the Government of Puducherry. Sir, we are a medical university offering undergraduate, postgraduate, super specialty and PhD courses in medicine, nursing and allied health sciences. At present, 2,400 students are enrolled in various courses with an annual intake of 863. The institute has national and international research collaboration with research funding of more than 95 crore in the last 5 years, research publications, patents and intellectual properties. Sir, I am happy to share that the institute ranks 5th in the NNRF ranking from among all medical colleges of India and 2nd in those offering undergraduate medical courses just after AIIMS New Delhi. So today's theme is not just a topic for discussion, it's a call for sustainable action. The climate crisis has exposed and widened social inequities, and it is more apparent in the field of health. The environment has direct correlation with the health and safety of the population, environment, population, pollution, overuse of chemical pesticides in agriculture, and chemically based processed foods have resulted in an alarming increase in non-communicable diseases and cancers, which are a grave cause of concern. The catastrophic consequences were aptly described by the UN Secretary General in 21st UN Climate Summit, that there are no plan B because we do not have a planet B. The JIPMAR is primarily associated with healthcare, and medical education is contributing to the noble mission of environmentally sustainability by using environment-friendly and green technologies in all its areas of operation. Sir, JIPMAR Puducherry is fortunate to have you in the premises, and we are deeply honored to welcome you on this occasion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now request our Chief Minister, Thiru N. Rangasamy Avargal, to address the audience.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். தேசத்தை கட்டி எழுப்புவதில் சுற்றுச்சூழல் நிலைத்தன்மை என்ற பொருளில் இங்கே உரையாற்றுவதை பதிவிடும் நமது அன்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்குரிய மாண்புமிகு இந்திய குடியரசு துணைத் தலைவர் அவர்களே, எனது அன்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்குரிய மாண்புமிகு துணை நிலை ஆளுநர் அவர்களே, அன்பிற்குரிய மாண்புமிகு சட்டப்பேரவைத் தலைவர் அவர்களே, நம்ம மரியாதைக்குரிய பாராளுமன்ற மாநிலங்களவை உறுப்பினர் அவர்களே, மரியாதைக்குரிய பாராளுமன்ற மக்களவை உறுப்பினர் அவர்களே, அன்புக்குரிய தொகுதி சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர் அவர்களே, மரியாதைக்குரிய தலைமைச் செயலர் அவர்களே, அன்புக்குரிய ஜிப்மர் மருத்துவர்களுடைய இயக்குனர் அவர்களே மற்றும் துறை செயலர்களே, துறை சார்ந்த அதிகாரிகளே, ஜிப்மர் மருத்துவர்களுடைய மருத்துவ அறிஞர்களே, பேராசிரியர் மக்களே, அன்பான மாணவ செல்வங்களே, எனது நண்பர்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றி கலந்த வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நம்முடைய புதுச்சேரி மாநிலம் ஒரு அழகான மாநிலம், சிறந்த மாநிலம், ஆன்மீக மாநிலம், சித்தர் வாழ்ந்த மாநிலம், வாழ்ந்திருக்கிற மாநிலம், வாழ்ந்த மாநிலம், தெய்வீக நிலை கொண்ட ஒரு மாநிலம். இந்த மாநிலத்திற்கு வருகிறது இங்கே உரையாற்ற இருக்கின்ற நம்முடைய மரியாதைக்குரிய மாண்புமிகு இந்திய குடியரசுத் துணைத் தலைவர் அவர்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை நான் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நம்முடைய தேசத்தை சுற்றி இருப்பதில் சுற்றுச்சூழல் நிலைத்தன்மை தான் முக்கியமான ஒன்று. சுற்றுச்சூழல் நல்லா இருந்தால் ஆரோக்கியமாக இருக்கலாம். ஆரோக்கியமான வாழ்வு எல்லோருக்கும் மிக அவசியம். அதுதான் ஒரு வளமான வாழ்வாகவும் அமைய முடியும். ஆரோக்கியமான வாழ்வு தான் ஒரு வளமான வாழ்வு. நல்ல ஒரு ஆரோக்கியமான வாழ்வு வேண்டும் என்று சொன்னால் அது சுற்றுச்சூழலை நாம் சரியாக வைத்திருக்க வேண்டும், சுத்தமாக வைத்திருக்க வேண்டும், சுத்தமான நிலையில் நாம் இருக்க வேண்டும். ஒரு நாடு வளர்ச்சி அடைய வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லும் பொழுது தொழில் வளர்ச்சி என்பது மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்று. அந்த தொழில் வளர்ச்சி இருந்ததான், தொழிற்சாலை வந்ததான் வேலை வாய்ப்பு உருவாக்கி கொடுக்க முடியும். நல்ல கல்வி கொடுக்கணும், நல்ல கல்வி கொடுக்கப்பட்டு வருகிறது, இளைஞர்களுக்கு கல்வி கிடைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அப்படி இளைஞர்களுக்கு நல்ல கல்வி கிடைக்கும் பொழுது வேலை வாய்ப்பு என்பது மிக முக்கியமாக இருப்பதை நாம் பார்க்கணும். வேலை வாய்ப்பு இருந்தால் தான் அந்த குடும்பத்தின் வருமானம் உயர முடியும், அந்த குடும்பத்தின் வருமானம் உயர்ந்தால் தான் அவர் வளமாக இருக்க முடியும். அதுக்கு தொழிற்சாலை என்பது மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்று. ஆனால் தொழிற்சாலைகள் வருகின்ற பொழுது இயற்கை சூழல் என்பது அழியாமல் பார்த்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டியது மிக அவசியமாக இருப்பதை நாம் பார்க்கலாம். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு சில நிலையில் நாம் சில முடிவுகள் எடுக்க வேண்டிய கட்டாயத்தில் இருக்கின்றோம் என்பதை நாம் உணர்ந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். நம்முடைய மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் அவர்கள் இப்போ சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, தாயின் பெயரில் ஒரு மரம் வளர்ப்போம். எப்படி நம்முடைய மாண்புமிகு யாரு சொல்லும் பொழுது ஒரு மரம் 2 மரம் பெற்றோர் பெயரில் வைக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. அது பாதுகாக்கணும், வச்சு வளர்க்கணும், அது ஒரு பசுமையை உருவாக்கும். மரம் சில நேரத்தில் அழிக்கப்படும் பொழுது புதிய மரக்கன்றுகள் நடப்பட்டு மரங்கள் வளர்க்கப்பட வேண்டியது மிக அவசியமான ஒன்று. மரம் இருந்தால் தான் மழை இருக்க முடியும், மழை இருந்தால் தான் பணம் நமக்கு கிடைக்க முடியும். அந்த நிலையில் நாம் சுற்றுச்சூழலை பாதுகாக்க வேண்டும் என்பது மிக அவசியமான ஒன்றாக இருப்பதை நாம் பார்க்கின்றோம். நம்முடைய நாடு ஒரு நல்ல வளர்ச்சி அடைய வேண்டும் என்ற எண்ணத்தில் நம்முடைய மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் நிறைய பல திட்டங்களை கொண்டு வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். எத்தனையோ திட்டங்கள். பசி இல்லாமல் இருக்க வேண்டும், குடும்பம் வறுமை இல்லாமல் இருக்க வேண்டும். பசி இல்லாமல் இருப்பது மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்று. வறுமை இல்லாமல் இருந்தால் நாடு வளமாக இருக்கிற பொருள் இருக்க முடியும். அந்த நிலையில் பார்க்கும் பொழுது நம்முடைய புதுச்சேரி அரசு எப்படி இருக்கின்றது? மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஒரு பெஸ்ட் புதுச்சேரி என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய நிலையில் இருக்கிறதா என்று நாம் எண்ணி பார்க்கின்ற நிலையில் இருக்கின்றோம். நிச்சயமாக சொல்ல முடியும், வறுமை இல்லாத நிலையில் புதுச்சேரி வைத்திருக்கணும் என்பதை எல்லாம் நிச்சயமாக சொல்ல முடியும். இலவச அரிசி, இலவச கோதுமை, இந்த திட்டங்கள் வாயிலாக உணவு, உடை, இருக்க இடம் சொல்லுவாங்க. நல்ல உணவு, வேலை வாய்ப்பு மூலமாக வருமானத்தை கொடுப்பது ஒரு பக்கம். நம்முடைய அரசு கொண்ட திட்டங்கள் வாயிலாக இலவச அரிசி, இலவச கோதுமை, இப்படி உணவு கொடுப்பதன் வாயிலாக ஒரு வறுமை நிலையை மாற்றக்கூடிய நிலையில் புதுச்சேரி அரசு இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. உடை கொடுக்கப்பட்டு வருகிறது, இருக்க இடம், எல்லோருக்கும் வீடு கட்டுகின்ற திட்டத்தில் நிதி உதவி அளிக்கப்பட்டு வருகிறது. நம்முடைய மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர்கள் இலவச கல்வி கட்டுகின்ற திட்டத்திற்கு கொடுக்கிற நிதியோடு நம்முடைய புதுச்சேரி நிதியாக பெருந்தர் காமராஜர் பெயரில் கொண்டு வரப்பட்ட அந்த திட்டத்தின் வாயிலாக கூடுதல் நிதி கொடுக்கப்பட்டு இப்பொழுது கல்வியாக மாற்றப்பட்டு வருவதையெல்லாம் நன்றாக அறிகிறது. இவை நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கை தரத்தை உயர்த்துகின்ற நிலையில் புதுச்சேரி அரசானது பல திட்டங்களை செயல்படுத்தி வருகின்றது. அப்படி ஒரு மாநிலம் வளர்ச்சி அடையும் பொழுது நம்முடைய நாடு வளர்ச்சி அடைய முடியும். அந்த நிலையில் இப்பொழுது நம்முடைய நாடு உலகளவில் பெரும் வளர்ச்சியை கண்டு வந்திருக்கின்றது. உலகளவில் நாம் ஒரு எந்த இடத்தில் இருக்கிறோம் என்பதை நம்ம அன்றாடம் நம்முடைய மாநில பாரத பிரதமரும் கூறுகின்ற கூட்டின் வாயிலாக நாம் தெரிந்து கொள்ள முடியும். அப்படி ஒரு வளர்ச்சி அடைந்த நாடாக நம்முடைய நாடு வளர வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் நம்முடைய பாரத பிரதமருடைய எண்ணம். 2047 வளர்ந்த பாரதமாக நாம் இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த நிலையில் அந்த திட்டங்கள் எல்லாம் செயல்படுத்தப்பட்டு வருகின்றது. அது சுற்றுச்சூழல் மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்று. ஆரோக்கியமான வாழ்வுக்கு சுகாதாரம் இருப்பது மிக அவசியம். அந்த சுற்றுச்சூழலை பாதுகாக்க வேண்டியது மிக மிக அவசியம். அவற்றை பற்றி நம்முடைய மாண்பு இந்திய குடியரசுத் தலைவர் மிக உரையாற்றுவது மிக சால பொருத்தமாக இருக்கும் என்பதை கூறி அவர்களுக்கு என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றி கூறி வாய்ப்பு எடுத்துக்கின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. It is my privilege to invite Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Shri Felicitation ji, to share his message with the Jipma family on this August occasion.
Honorable Vice President of India, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Member of the Rajya Sabha, Honorable Member of the Parliament, Honorable MLA of Indiranagar, Ms. Sharad Chauhan, the Chief Secretary, and Dr. Negi, Director, Jipma, Puducherry, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, dear students, Vanakkam. It is a moment of pride and privilege to stand before this august gathering at Jipma, an institution that has been a beacon of excellence in medical education and healthcare services. Today's occasion becomes special and more significant due to the presence of our Honorable Vice President, whose commitment to constitutional values, education, and national progress continues to inspire the youth of this entire country. Jipma, from its humble beginning, has evolved into a nationally and internationally renowned medical education. More than an institute of national importance, it is the pride of Puducherry. It has brought global recognition to this union territory of Puducherry. Jipma, that is a symbol of hope of common people of Puducherry, adjacent Tamil Nadu and other southern states through his commitment to public health and humanity. His role in the community health services has positioned Puducherry on the map of global advanced medical services. It has uplifted the health indices of this region through its high-quality, inclusive healthcare models. As I administrator of Puducherry, I take great pride in the achievements of Jipma. In fact, sir, I mentioned to you in the today morning, we are trying to make Puducherry as a medical hub, both nationally and internationally. And a key role, focal point will be the Jipma. Because Puducherry has strong network of 10 prestigious medical institutions headed by the premier Jipma at the forefront. Recognizing the potential of health tourism, the government of Puducherry is now focusing on providing seamless connectivity and improved hospitality services. Expansion of Puducherry Airport is one such attempt. We would like to expand the runway so that wide-bodied aircraft can land and both national and international patients can come down to Puducherry for the healthcare as well as the tourism. The Puducherry is strongly committed to the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi for Vikasit Bharat, transforming India into a developed nation by the year 2047. And Puducherry into a best Puducherry, which is a word coined by the Honorable Prime Minister himself as determined by the Prime Minister. In this mission, institutions like JIGMA have a vital role to play and to understand the deep link between environment and nation building. To my consideration, nation building is not merely about infrastructure or technological development. It is about ensuring the well-being of its people. It is important to understand the pollution, the climate change, the deforestation, and water scarcity are not ecological issues, they are public health emergencies. You will be surprised to learn that the water quality in Puducherry has been deteriorating drastically. We depend upon more on the groundwater, and some regions the TTS is almost 2,000. And as a medical doctors, you will be aware what health damages it can cause to the common man. We are embarked on a major capital investment for Puducherry, where we are looking at clean water to be given to all the citizens of Puducherry in the next 3 years. It is important to understand that pollution, climate change and deforestation, water scarcity are not just ecological issues, they are public health emergencies. As doctors, you must be more aware of this. I take this opportunity to recall the Environment Conservation Initiative taken by our Honorable Prime Minister, the Swachh Bharat Mission, launched in 2014 to develop a clean environment in urban and rural areas. Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, the revolutionary project that is greatly welcomed across the globe. Sir, for your information, we had given a Tamil translation to this entire program in Thai Peril. And this has gone down well with the people, general public, and we have established a total connectivity as far as this program is concerned with the common man. And I'm proud to say that even I had an opportunity to have a tree in the name of my mother in this town of Puducherry. With the appointment of the Prime Minister, crores of trees have been planted towards developing a green planet. Clean Ganga mission to regenerate the Ganges River to preserve its serenity. It is all taking inspiration from his vision and commitment. I urge the faculty members and students here today to be the ambassadors of environmental sustainability. You can make a profound difference. Choose to use the public transport, plant a tree, conserve water, reduce plastic usage, or speak up for climate action, contribute to nation building. Remember, patriotism is not just about saluting the flag. It is also about planting a tree, protecting a river, keeping a city clean. Today, we are greatly honored by the presence of our Honorable Vice President. Sir, your presence today affirms your belief, our belief, that sustainable development must be rooted in democratic participation and national pride. With this special note, I conclude my address. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We now come to the most awaited moment of this afternoon. With deep respect, I request our Chief Guest, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankarji, to deliver his address.
I think that rostrum and the height of this one is different. Height is lower, sir. Doctors have told me all my life, before you expose yourself, means some exposition, you must feel quite comfortable. And now I feel quite comfortable. Health can never be an issue when a doctor is around you. So I'm at the right place. Honorable Lieutenant Governor Puducherry, Shri K. Kalasnath, a man who acts on a mission with passion, with complete assurance of execution. Very thoughtfully, he indicated 3 vital aspects to you, and you applauded him. I have no doubt he doesn't make promises. He indicates what will be achieved in time to come and within time. Puducherry is lucky to have such a talented person with enviable track record of administration as your Lieutenant Governor.
Shri N. Rajya Swami, Honorable Chief Minister, and I am beholden
To the Lieutenant Governor for making me aware of what the Honorable Chief Minister was communicating with you. And I am happy to share with you that the Honorable Chief Minister focused on series of steps that have been taken by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi to change lives of 1.4 billion people. Shri Selva Ganpati, I know him more than others. I am Chairman Rajya Sabha and the distinguished member of Rajya Sabha. I am very happy he doesn't create disturbance. I am delighted he doesn't create disruption also. He epitomizes the essence of parliamentary democracy: debate, dialogue, discussion, and deliberation. Well, not to sound discriminatory, we are privileged to have gracious presence of a member of Lok Sabha, Shri Vachi Lingam. He is much beyond a member of Lok Sabha, a very experienced politician, and he brings quality and experience to the table of parliamentary functioning. The state bureaucracy is fundamental to executing schemes. Place of an area, union territory or otherwise, has a great role to play. We have amongst us Dr. Sharat Chauhan, Chief Secretary Puducherry. What strikes me about him is he has very pleasant personality, captivating smile, and I think he's in touch with good doctors. He's in very good health. While I always claim I was a member of parliament in 1989 and a union minister in 1990, I fondly remember my tenure as a member of the State Assembly, and we therefore have amongst us Shri V. R.O. Mogam, MLA, Indira Nagar constituency. Dr. B.S. Negi, Director, Chief Mayor, distinguished faculty because it is the faculty beyond infrastructure that defines the status of an institution. Members of the staff, distinguished audience, and most important, my dear boys and girls, I am for you. I am because of you. I came to meet you, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. And why I tell you in particular, I have been to professional institutions all over the country, and I love doing that. But when I interact at institutions of medicine and research, doctors are next to God. It's a profession that is not sullied. doctors individually do not engage in commercialization and commodification. And of course, if it is emerging in some other areas, you are the watchdogs. Because belief in you, irrespective of level of a person, high and mighty, powerful, rich, or ordinary mortals like me, you are our God. Keep it up, because you are inspirational, motivational when it comes to giving back to the society. I know for a fact that doctors have missed parents' meetings because they wish to attend a patient. I can tell you my own case. When I went past midnight at AIMS, doctors who were not on duty were on duty. And not only because of this position, otherwise also. Therefore, my salutations to you and to the entire tribe of doctors and paramedical staff. If India has been accredited globally for management of COVID, it is on account of your contribution and visionary leadership of Prime Minister Modi. People thought at that time that while the Prime Minister is talking of COVID warriors, why not? You risked your lives to save the lives of others. You risked where many chose to be at home, quarantine themselves. You went ahead. And that is why, as Governor State of West Bengal, I had the good fortune to clap for you while standing in the balcony from where the Britishers ruled us. I had the occasion to light diyas and candles in your honor. And that is why India's soft diplomacy took a great cutting edge. Prime Minister Modi was wise enough to supply to more than 100 countries COVID vaccine while taking care of our own people. There were some who think always of negativity. You must find something about negativity. I appeal to doctors' fraternity. Please have some kind of a capsule or injection that can deal with negativity, because this negativity is getting too serious. They thought at that point of time that how can this succeed? And the world has realized it succeeded as never before. And therefore I am honored to be here at Jawaharlal Institute of Postgraduate Medical Education and, I emphasize, research, JIPMER. It has really had a journey. And the journey goes back to more than 200 years ago. It was, if I'm not mistaken, in 1823. École de Médecine de Puducherry. I slightly understand this. I was a member in International Court of Arbitration at Paris for 3 years and a member of the Commission, a global body of arbitration, for 6 years. Then the journey came post-independence, and you emerged reminding us of our Vedic essence and culture. Dhanvantri Medical College. And then when, in 1964, we lost our first Prime Minister, as a tribute to him, the present name. This is a milestone. But when I stand here, I remind myself also of a very distinguished son of the soil who defined our space journey and became President of India, in whose name we have this auditorium, Dr. APJ Kalam. I would not take the credit of what I am indicating to you. JIPMER, one of enormously talented people in my entourage at the moment, said, "Sir, define JIPMER." I said, "You define." He said, journey of inspiring physicians and surgeons, medical excellence, and revolution. You stand for this word. Journey of inspiring physicians and surgeons, medical excellence revolution. It's an institute of national importance. One, it is located at a place that is global recognition instantly. There are very few places on the planet that can claim to be instantly known to one and all. This place is known. It has an identity and uniqueness. The boys and girls before me are representative, and I see reflection of Bharat for all its variety and symbolizing inclusivity. If we look at our Vedic culture and our civilizational depth of 5,000 years and more, we will come to know no one comes close to us in the world. When it comes to our Vedas, Purans, Upanishads, knowledge, reservoirs, our ancient institutions, Nalanda, Takshila, and many more, we were global leaders. And now let me tell you what has happened in the last 10 years in particular. And I say so with confidence for a simple reason. When I was a minister in the central government 35 years ago, I knew the scenario then. And I have the occasion to see it now in another constitutional position. Last 10 years have been marked by exponential economic upsurge, phenomenal infrastructural development, deep digitization, changing the lives of ordinary persons in the villages. They have a toilet, electricity connection, now water connection is also being given, gas connections, and most importantly, banking inclusion. Look at the vision of the Prime Minister, the scale at which he thinks. 500 million people were brought in the banking net. I remember my days. 120 million or around were given gas connections free. This scale is befitting Bharat. And therefore, last decade has seen India's rise from double-digit placement in global economy to 5th position, now to 4th position. We are on way to 3rd position very shortly. But this position can be sustained only by your participation. Health of the nation is fundamental for growth. A person may be very talented, very keen, committed. He wants to give everything to society. He doesn't have self-interest. But what if he's not in good health? He who is ever keen to contribute for welfare of others becomes an object of sympathy by others. And therefore, Fit India can be the only answer. And you are its watchdogs. My salutations to you. About 2 months back, all of us were concerned, worried, and traumatized. 22nd April, Pahalgam. The terrorists struck us. They challenged our ethos. The world's most peace-loving nation, a nation that has never engaged in expansion, was visited with this horrendous terrorist attack. The Prime Minister pledged to the nation, we will have no tolerance for terrorism. And I must congratulate our armed forces for having vindicated the promise of the Prime Minister. Because Muridki and Bhavalpur are witness to the testimony of potency of our Brahmos. Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba hideouts, headquarters, were demolished devastatingly by calibrated, precise, calculated attack. and not injuring civilians. But the terrorists, their coffees were taken to Kabristan, accompanied by terrorists, armed forces personnel, and politicians. The evidence was given by them to the entire world that this is a different path, bold, confident, but calculated, because war is not a solution. Prime Minister Modi has hinted we are not living in an era of war. We have to take recourse to diplomacy and dialogue. But the message has gone loud and clear. The world has come to realize that indigenous production of defense material means a lot to us. BrahMos are made in Uttar Pradesh, which has become Uttar Pradesh because of very good governance. Law and order in that state is exemplified to be emulated by one and all. Akash, the kind of protection it gave to us. Therefore, India's response, Operation Sindoor, has got world recognition, both for success and restraint. War does not help anyone. Let's therefore pledge in this backdrop that we should ever keep our nation first. That mindset has to be there, because the game of the war has changed. For any progress, peace is an essential aspect. And peace comes from position of strength. The best guarantee to peace is that we are ever prepared for war. And that comes when national mindset is nation first. We have to believe in our nationalism. I therefore appeal to everyone, particularly political class of the country, that issues of nationalism, national security are beyond political partisan interests. I'm happy to note a visionary step of the Prime Minister to send all-party delegation of members of Parliament abroad has evoked right response in the country and outside. All political parties conversed. That is the Bharat we need every day on national security and national development. I'm sure this will go a long way. Last 10 years, when it comes to healthcare, wellness, has been a journey of transformation. It has been a journey of quantum leap. If you examine the developed democracy in the world, the US, their healthcare system is always in focus. No one knows more than the boys and girls before me what their system is. But when it came to India, Ayushman Bharat is a game-changing proposition. It's a big quantum leap that was needed by the people. Otherwise, those who did not have government coverage on account of being government servants, their life was very risky. They were in panic if someone in the families was taken to illness. And right now, just imagine, the cover is to more than 500 million people. And what an assurance to the people who are aging, senior citizens, unrestricted, unqualified. You only have to have an age. It doesn't matter to what strata of society you belong. Someone is questioning me. Is it okay? All well? the signal was for me. No. So this most impactful mechanism was unfolded on September 23, 2018. But what it means to you, boys and girls, Ayushman Bharat means we need more human resource in the shape of doctors, nurses, and paramedical staff. We need more diagnostic centers, more outlets for medicines. We need greater research. We need springing of hospitals, healthcare centers, both in public and private sector. And this has led to a development much needed in the country. AIIMS are our prestigious institutions. Their number during this period has tripled, 25. 20 of them are functional. 5 will be functional shortly. Number of seats for MBBS has been increased more than 110%. I feel the need, it must increase more. But the process has started. Same as it started for postgraduate seats also. There is also nearly equalizing enhancement. But this place, according to me, Honorable Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Minister, has a different potential. It's a dream destination for many who care for spirituality, for tourism, and otherwise. This is a natural place where global wellness centers can come up, global health centers can come up. And therefore, this must be our national priority. And I'm sure all those concerned with this and with the kind of zeal and enthusiasm and missionary mode which the Lieutenant Governor has, there will be realization that we have natural makings for global wellness and health center in this area. That will help not only health but also tourism. If you go back to our scriptures, you will find one saying, Pehla Sukh Nirogi Kaya. So health has been given precedence over everything else. If we go to our Atharved, which is encyclopedic, boys and girls, on health and wellness, a gold mine of information. You can take recourse to that. But we need to focus on that a little more seriously. And it is very satisfying and soothing to note that in 2014, on November 9, a step was taken to have a separate ministry for Ayush. This is a game changer. Then there were concerns, boys and girls. What will happen if someone is in need of dialysis? Now every district headquarters has dialysis mechanism. What will happen if someone is visited with cancer? Early detection. It is no longer a killer disease. I lived through times where tuberculosis was a killer disease. Then came to this. Cancer, no longer. Facilities are increasing, but that also indicates to you all your footprints have to increase, both in research also. India has to be a global leader in medical research, in manufacturing of medical equipments. I can tell you, each of you has potential in everything. Look at the government policies. For the first time, there is an ecosystem in place that allows every brilliant young professional to fully expand talent, realize potential, attain dreams and aspirations. And you therefore have to think big. And that will be a sure method of giving back to the society as you would want. And this will result in fit India. We remember Mahatma Gandhi for several important aspects: truth, non-violence, but also for fundamentals of swasthya, cleanliness. Prime Minister Modi has made it a mission. Swachh Bharat is yielding great results. Could anyone imagine ever that the gigantic scale of having a toilet in every rural household is attainable? It has been attained. That being so, there will have to be focus on medical hygiene literacy at the family level, at the school level. And I'm sure you can 24/7 be ambassadors of this remarkable, pivotal change. The Lieutenant Governor focused on climate change while focusing on Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. I have gone a little beyond. Being from legal fraternity, why should I discriminate amongst my parents? So I started today, Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, Ek Ped Pita Ke Naam, in that order. But Prime Minister very thoughtfully, when we set the highest ever benchmark in organizing a global conference, a convergence of several nations, G20, the motto was, one earth, one family, one future, making us remind Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Now when that is the situation, we must learn to handhold amongst ourselves. And therefore we must be very soothing to the family members, to our neighbors, to the society, and that will take care of the rest. We are living in times when sustainability budgets through boardrooms, global organizations, United Nations, all parliaments. But if we look to our Vedas, it was always there. We worshipped trees, we respected forests, we took to that mechanism which is very antithesis, fortunately, of what we call lifestyle diseases. So let us believe in sustainability, that is fundamental. Let me quote, I had referred to you earlier, the importance of Atharvaved, particularly for those in the medical fraternity. It is encyclopedic for health and wellness. It says, Mata Bhumi hai. You understand Mata? Mata Bhumi hai. Putroham Prithvyam. The earth is our mother, and we are her children. Let us not bleed the mother. Let us not engage in reckless utilization, exploitation of natural resources. We have to focus on optimal utilization. How can someone say, I will afford 20 cars or 10 cars because I can afford financially? He or she must be cognizant of one fact: you are trustees of natural resources. We have to pass on to the future generations. And that, I think, we have to have a mindset of our own. Two events, boys and girls, are taking place this month. And one is International Yoga Day on 21st June. The initiative was taken by the Prime Minister in the United States, in United Nations, situated in United States. And in the shortest time, largest number of countries in the world endorsed it. So yoga on 21st June is celebrated all over the world, all over the planet. And it is our national style now. People have adopted it all over the world. I would want Honorable Lieutenant Governor and the Chief Minister, this place is ideally suited, eminently befitting to send a global message that yoga stands for peace and spirituality. And that is what we must always remember. Another event that comes will remind us of something that happened more than 5 decades ago, and that is 25th June. Boys and girls, you were not born. I'm sure about it. None of you is above 50 years of age? The students. Good. 50 years ago, on 25th June, a Prime Minister, to save her chair, claimed emergency, capsizing all constitutional institutions of the Council of Ministers, and hundreds and thousands of people were put in jail without a cause. In such kind of challenging, daunting situations, access to judiciary is fundamental. And for us, it was a constitutional right given by our founding fathers. Even that right was compromised. Executive could be as vengeant as it could, as oppressive. And the oppression then was absolutely cruel, brutal. Those who were put in jail became ministers, chief ministers, prime ministers, presidents. Such people fired with zeal of patriotism and nationalism were put behind the bars without a cause. That such an event does not take place again, that we are not visited with such a dark chapter of our history. We need to be fully cognizant as to what happened then. And therefore, this day is being celebrated all over the country, and it was started last year. Svidhan Hatya Divas. Please spare few moments to know more about it. And alongside, there was another day which is celebrated on 26th November. A beginning was made 10 years ago. Adoption of the Constitution Day. Because it is the Constitution that gives us right to equality. It is the Constitution that assures us of equitable development. It is the Constitution that guarantees that we have freedom of the kind we choose. Keep this in mind. I am extremely happy and delighted to be amongst you all. And I'll request the Lieutenant Governor and the Honorable Chief Minister that I would love to receive in batches students as my guests at the Parliament of India. You will be happy to see the new building of Parliament as my guests, and I'll have the occasion to share my thoughts with you in more detail while we will be having a meal over the table. And therefore, I am sure you will accept my invitation. Why is there silence? Shakespeare said something very different. Uninvited guests are welcomest when they are gone. Here it is a warm-hearted invitation extended. And the two honorable members of Parliament who are present here will facilitate. One, I have direct connect. Second is a gentleman, as all members of Parliament are. Boys and girls, thank you so much for the time you have allotted to me and the patience you have reflected. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.